Warning. Proceeding without caution will bring you into spoiler territory for the media displayed on screen. Timestamps are gifted in the description and comment section. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are once again back at it again. Can you tell I don't... Hello, again. We are doing another reviewing movies, because I went and saw 2 movies. Let's talk about them. I saw A Working Man and Death of a Unicorn. I think I'm going to start with A Working Man, because I feel like that's the one that I have probably the least amount to say. When I say that, that doesn't mean that I think it's bad. I actually enjoyed this movie. Is it original? No. Is it basic? Yes. I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. A Working Man is the new movie from David Ayer, the guy that I know for Suicide Squad 2016. Not a good track record so far. I know, he has his alleged cut of the movie. I don't really care. Changing the edit isn't going to change how horribly written those characters were. But he also did Fury, which I've heard is a good movie. Haven't seen it. He did like a Shia LaBeouf movie. I watched the Mr. GG video on it. For years, I've actually wanted to make a video going over David Ayer's movies just to see if there's a good one. Oh yeah, that reminds me. He did the first Fast and Furious movie. Also haven't seen it. But you can tell David Ayer's not really on my list of directors, given the fact that I watched this despite the fact that he made it. But no, it stars Jason Statham as the lead role of The Working Man, and it's basically just, daughter gets kidnapped. Not his, though. His boss's daughter instead, but still, a daughter gets kidnapped by
traffickers.
And then, old man goes and saves them. Where have I heard this before? Yeah, I knew this wasn't going to be an original movie when I saw the trailer, but it still looked like fun, and that's all I wanted. I just wanted a really dumb, fun action movie, and that's exactly what I got. Like I said, the story's not that original. The writing, it's not, peak. It's fine. Tolerable. It's just a story of a construction worker that has to go find his boss's daughter, and then he, does all the detecting and, interrogates a couple people. There's some funny moments, like the one in the trailer that was,
That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife. That's for slapping your wife.
But yeah, eventually he, tracks down the daughter, saves her. Everything's a happy ending. Everything's good. Like I said, generic as not really that original, but I wasn't really expecting it to be. Given the other movie that I saw in actually the same week, I really just wanted a dumb, fun action movie with some cool scenes. Just nothing too deep, nothing with a message, nothing with very insufferable characters, which we will get into. I just sound like a broken record at this point. I just wanted a dumb, fun action movie. That's exactly what this is. If you want a dumb, fun action movie with some cool action sequences and Jason Statham, which, honestly, I like the guy, you'll probably have a good time. It was fun. I like the part where David Harbour compared a gun to a Chevy. Specifically a Chevy Impala. I used to make parts for Chevy Impala frames, and they were top 3 worst to make. So I can only imagine what making parts for that one gun that I can't remember the name of, because I don't know guns. But yeah, dumb fun action movie. I liked it. Anyways, Death of a Unicorn. This was one that I kind of seemed vaguely interested in. It's got Jenna Ortega, so obviously, I think the whole thing of a unicorn was kind of cool. I hadn't seen that in movies yet. I'm sure there's unicorn movies out there, but I don't know. This seemed kind of interesting. The whole thing about a unicorn dies and then its family comes back for revenge. That seemed kind of neat. Unfortunately, I thought the movie was kind of mid. No, that's an oversimplification. Jenna Ortega's good. Paul Rudd is I don't know. I don't really care about Paul Rudd all that much. I didn't care about him in the MCU. The only other movie I've seen him in is 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I don't like that movie. I didn't even finish it, honestly. So can I really say I don't like it? Well, yes, I can, because I didn't like it enough to finish it. I can't even remember what his character was like in that movie. In this one, he's really unlikable. He's just puts his entire career in front of his family, trying to make the excuse of this is for his family, but it's not. And it just kind of gets annoying and tiring how often he just ignores his daughter or just straight up, lies to her, just brushes her off to, suck the dick of this rich family that doesn't give two shits about him. And, alright, let's get into it. The rich family. I guess I can't really fault the movie for being able to write insufferable rich characters pretty well, or at least well enough for them to be very insufferable and annoying to be around. With that being said, though, after 3 seasons of White Lotus, after Mickey 17, which I did like Mickey 17, don't get me wrong. I liked Mark Ruffalo doing a Trump impression. That was fine with me, but that could also just be because I was the only person in my theater, so I just kept laughing every time he was doing the Trump impression. I just kept saying to myself, like, this has to be Trump. But after that, and honestly, I'm gonna throw in Opus as well, because I had a couple annoying rich people. I'm sick of watching rich people in movies, dude. I'm sick of watching insufferable rich characters. It doesn't matter if they die in the end. It doesn't matter how gory they die. Which, I mean, the kills are good in this. I'll give the movie that. But I just don't care. I don't want to sit around with an insufferable family of 3 that are just rich and annoying. Killing them doesn't make up for the, what, felt like an hour and a half of dealing with these fucks. I saw someone put this as like one of those eat the rich movies, and you know, I like seeing the rich die like any other guy, but I'm just tired of this shit, dude. Rich people rule the world, and they are currently getting on my nerves a lot the older I get and the more I go into adulthood. And currently there's billionaires infecting this country's government. So like, when I have to sit and deal with an insufferable rich twat, and then his insufferably rich wife, and then his stupid ass rich privileged ass son for like an hour and a half before they finally die, I don't really enjoy the movie. And then, yeah, like Paul Rudd eating their ass to try to like get a crumb of respect that he will never get is also just like not really that fun to watch either. And then, like, the weirdest part about the movie, in my opinion, was the ending, where, literally, I'm not even joking you, in between a scene, no metaphor, literally becomes night to day. Like, I'm not even joking. Jenna Ortega gets locked out of her room from her dad because, yeah, of course, you apologize to your daughter about putting career first and then proceed to lock her out of the room to seemingly sacrifice yourself to a unicorn. That's kind of dumb. But she gets locked out, and then we get to watch the son fail to take out his mom, and then the mom dies from a unicorn, I think, and then it just like smash cuts to Jenna Ortega falling out the window and into a bush. And it's just daytime. The prior scene was in nighttime. And then now it's noon. It went from midnight to noon. It went 12 hours. It took Jenna Ortega 12 hours to fall into a bush. Obviously, I'm over-exaggerating, and I get why they did it in daytime, because the way the ending plays out, it makes the most sense, I guess, to have it in day. That way you can, like, see the unicorns and all that stuff, but it was so jarring. I would like to say that maybe I missed something, but I don't think I did. I really don't. The ending's also, meh. They do the whole, like, Paul Rudd's character dies, but, like, given the fact that there's literal unicorns with healing capabilities, I didn't believe it for a fucking second. And then, oh, would you look at that? Not even a minute later, he's being revived by the unicorns. I don't know, I guess the very ending when they get arrested and then the unicorns save them from the cops by ramming the car off the road, which, like, if that doesn't kill Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega's characters, the damn, they are lucky. But then I guess if they die, I mean, the unicorns just bring them back to life. Yeah, I don't know, that was funny, but that was basically it. I guess I like the scene where the son and the mom make their butler go outside during like the unicorns ravaging or whatever the hell to like deal with the door, and he's like arguing, and you know the mom's like, when have we ever asked you for anything, literally to the butler that they've been constantly screaming at to ask for, and they're like, this is the one time that we do that we're asking you, and the butler's like, okay, first of all, that's not true. Like that, I guess that was kind of funny, but yeah, I guess my main problem with the movie, you know, I can't really say is against the actual, like, movie's writing, because I guess they did well at making insufferable rich people, but just my own personal problem with it is just I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit right now, which is why I then went into a working man and just hoped it was a dumb, fun action film with, like, no over-the-top, insufferable rich people, you know, trying to, like, do some eat the rich fucking message, and I got a dumb fun action movie, which is exactly what I wanted. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Death of a Unicorn and A Working Man. Probably the opposite of what most people are saying, but fuck, I don't care anymore. It's all about perspective, and this was mine. Anyways, if you've seen Death of a Unicorn, or if you've seen A Working Man, what did you think about the movies? Let me know in the comments down below. And that's basically gonna be it. Goddamn, this video was short. I kind of suspected that. I really had nothing to say about A Working Man.
And of course, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already.